Charles Darwin wasn't the first science genius in the family. Here are some very famous Nepo babies. 1. Charles Darwin. The theory of evolution wasn't entirely original to Charles. His grandfather Erasmus Darwin wrote about similar ideas in his 1794 book Zoonomia. Young Charles actually read his grandfather's work. He wasn't impressed at first. Later, after rereading it, he acknowledged the influence on his own work. 2. Oscar Wilde. His mother wrote revolutionary poetry under the pen name Speranza. Her work was so rebellious that the government shut down her newspaper. His father stood out in his own way. He was Ireland's top eye surgeon. He also found time for scientific writing. Oscar knew the weight of his inheritance. From prison, he wrote about his parents giving him a name already noble and honored. 3. Charlie Chaplin. Both his parents were British music hall performers. His dad, Charles Sr., shaped young Charlie's future. He got his son into show business at age 9. The job was with a traveling dance group. They were called the 8 Lancashire Lads. The father's motivation might have been avoiding child support payments. 4. Jean Renoir. Having a famous painter for a father came in handy. Jean needed to fund his first movie. He sold some of his father, Pierre-Auguste Renoir's paintings. The investment worked out perfectly. His 1939 film La Règle du Jeu made history. 5. Mary Shelley. The creator of Frankenstein came from an intellectual powerhouse. Her mother wrote groundbreaking feminist work, a vindication of the rights of women. Her father went even further. He basically invented philosophical anarchism. 6. Leo Tolstoy. His family tree goes back to the 14th century. The Tolstoys produced artists, writers, and diplomats. His ancestor earned the title of Count in 1724. They dominated Russian culture for centuries. He added literary genius to the family achievements. 7. Ludwig van Beethoven. Nobody asks which one when you say his name now, but there was another Ludwig van Beethoven first. The composer's grandfather was a musical pioneer. He started singing in the church choir at age 5. His career took him through various churches. He eventually became a court music director in Bonn. The younger Beethoven never forgot his roots. He kept his grandfather's portrait hanging in his house. 8. Virginia Woolf. Literary greatness was in her blood. Her father edited the biggest literary project of his time. He created the first dictionary of national biography. It documented every significant British figure in history. His work earned him a knighthood in 1902. Despite his success, Virginia forged her own path.